was my brainchild because I did architecture in many organizations where I could fix the left side of the spectrum and hand over to the right side, but there's a disconnect. I don't know if right hand is properly implementing left hand or not. So I say that let's come up with a validation function. Now, I wanted that validation function to be a very technical team because eventually they have to understand the Terraform script. They have to understand the architectural thing. So you cannot do a compliance validation thing, right? It is definitely not an IT or security auditor where they come and ask, okay, show me NYDFS requirement 12. Where are you meeting? Give me an artifact, right? It's not like reading a bunch of report. It is architecture says you have to implement a privilege access control where you need to by turning on X. And engineering team is basically saying, hey, I turned on X. You need to have a technically competent team who can say, yes, they have turned on X. So ideally, I built my architecture assurance function with very senior individuals from the team. Those who work in a cross-functional environment in multiple domains, those who come from operations, those who come from engineering, those who have done a little bit of architecture. So those who have a holistic approach and understanding of how end-to-end things work, and with some expertise. There were people who were experts in firewall. There were people who were actually experts in Terraform scripting. There were people who were experts in identity. So I created a small team, but a strike workforce who had the depth to go into that engineering script to understand the engineering thing, but who also had the breadth. I mean, they worked in network, identity, and many things to understand how end-to-end works. But to answer your question, it was a brand new team reporting to me. Now you can question, okay, where is the independence of it? Because I was running architecture and the validation team was also reporting to me. I thought through it. But again, even after a thoughtful discussion with all of my peers, we thought that it is sort of a QA function within architecture. So that is why it can be aligned to me as the leader of the architecture. But it was having an oversight. They built a lot of actually automation and script. They used a lot of bots to validate those engineering things, correlating multiple data from Prisma and multiple things, and eventually create a very clean dashboard to me where it used to provide me, okay, I had like 80 blueprints published. One of the blueprint was privilege access management, and it will basically tell privilege access management blueprint was validated against 20 engineering implementations in environment 1, 2, 3. And these are like red, yellow, and green. Green are absolutely aligned. Reds are missing. Yellow is borderline. It still depends on interpretation. So that's how we started tuning.